Anybody who watches television today, especially these medical dramas, is aware of the amazing technology that's available to physicians and healthcare providers that just a few years ago were not available. And this particularly comes into play when somebody is incapacitated. Now, when you're incapacitated, you're not able to make healthcare decisions for yourself. And some of these technologies may not be, you may not feel that these are what you want for yourself. So in order to protect your rights in the event that you do become incapacitated, it's important to have what's called a healthcare proxy. A healthcare proxy is a legal document that appoints somebody that you trust to make these decisions for you in the event that you cannot. And the way it works is, let's say I would name my spouse as my healthcare proxy person in this healthcare proxy document. And if I become incapacitated, once my physician sets forth in writing that I'm incapacitated to make decisions for myself, then with this healthcare proxy, my spouse, who I've designated to be my agent, would make these decisions for me. So you can see how very important it is, because there are some types of technology that you may not want. There are some types of treatments that you may or may not want in certain situations. Often people don't want what's called a DNR, do not resuscitate order, or they want the DNR. So with a healthcare proxy, you can state that these are your wishes, and then your agent, who's named in the healthcare proxy, could make these decisions for you. But once again, you can't just write a letter and leave it on your bookcase with what you want, because the courts will not recognize that. The hospitals and the doctors will not recognize it. A healthcare proxy has to be done exactly according to the statute. It's not a complicated document, but it has to be done correctly. It has to be signed correctly, it has to be witnessed correctly, and notarized correctly, and then it becomes a binding document. So I emphasize always that if you have these concerns, let a lawyer who knows how to make these documents do it for you. It's not very expensive, but it's very important that it be done correctly.